Moi aussi, je suis dans celle-là, là. J'ai senti de loin sans mentir. On peut pas se fâcher. J'ai senti ce que t'as senti. Il veut câlin partout, partout, partout. Veut shit tout, partout, partout, partout. Affection et tout. Entre nous, c'est trop d'or. Parce que je suis ça. Now, baby, peut devenir mon tati. Hey, oh, baby, peut devenir mon tati.
Would you still want me if I didn't have it all? You could have had it with me, but instead you gave it up. Tell me, when is it gonna
J'ai
get?
senti de loin sans mentir. On peut pas se fâcher. J'ai senti ce que t'as senti. Il veut câlin partout, partout, partout. Veut shit tout, partout, partout, partout. Affection et tout. Entre nous, c'est trop d'or. Parce que je suis ça. Baby, peut devenir mon tati. Hey, baby, peut devenir mon tati.
Is it true you care? Now that you can see the love from everyone, tell me now you care. Truth or dare? Are you playing? Truth or dare? Tell me now you care. Truth or dare? Are you playing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. Hey, Sherelle. Hello, handsome. Good morning, Lucky. Hello. Thank you for coming, my love. So, you guys, today I wanted to just do a fantasy thoughts because I have to go to the doctor. And I don't really talk about my health on here because, I don't know, it just seems very personal and private, you know? But I was so anxious. Sorry, excuse me. I was so anxious about today that I couldn't even do the story I had planned. So I figured I might as well just come and talk to you guys about what I'm feeling and what's going on, like a little bit, not everything, but what I'm feeling, what's going on, and maybe you guys could give me a little advice. So I have to go to the doctor today. I have to see the orthopedic specialist because I have a herniated disc in my neck and it causes me a lot of pain. And apparently it's leaking fluid, and the leaking fluid is interacting with the nerves, causing a chemical reaction. It's causing my nerves to like shoot pain through my neck, right? So it's very uncomfortable. It's very painful, and it's all day long. So I've been dealing with this for like a couple months now. So today is the day that I go to the orthopedic specialist and they tell me what I need to do. And that's in a couple hours. They're going to tell me what I need to do. They're going to tell me my options. Like, do I need to get surgery? Do I need to get like steroid injection? Because that's what they're going to do to my lower back. My lower back has a herniated disc also, but it's not leaking fluid. So they don't have to do a surgery down there right now. But they do need to give me I think it's like a cortisone shot or something. I don't know. But that's what they're going to do to my lower back. My neck, since it's so much more painful, I'm not sure what they're going to say, but I'm just so anxious about it, you guys. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit too young to be going through like back aches and back pain. Like that just sounds like an old lady thing. And I know like I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not in my 20s, but like I'm 32. I'm 32 and I just feel like, I don't know. I think back on all the jumps I did in airborne units, and I think back on how excited I was to jump out of airplanes, right? And now that I'm 32 and I'm getting out of the military, it's like, man, was it worth it to jump out of airplanes now that I have all these back and spinal issues? Was it worth it? And would I encourage other people that aren't sure if they want to come in the military or not? Would I encourage them to go to an airborne unit? Because I used to be like, oh, yeah, you're young, go airborne. You will be able to advance quickly. That's what you need to do. That's the logical thing to do. Go airborne. And if you're in an intel unit or you're in an intel MOS, if you go airborne and your intelligence, you're like top tier. They're like, oh, you're so smart. Everywhere else you go, right? They're like, you're tactical and you're smart. So I used to always say, yeah, you should do that. Yeah, I advise you to go to airborne school. But now that I'm going through all this pain, I'm like, man, it wasn't really worth it. The money wasn't worth it. The excitement, the adrenaline, because that's the thing. You get like this adrenaline rush every jump. So that it makes you feel all excited for the jump. But the after effects are something you feel years later. I haven't jumped out of an airplane since I had my son, and he is 5. And now I'm like, dang, that was so long ago, but it's still causing me issues today. I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated that I don't know. It's like, so when you're in these airborne units, right? You have these old crusty guys that have been like in the military forever, and you're like, they too old to be jumping out of airplanes. What are they doing? And then it's like, I never want to be that guy, right? I want to be out and free and relaxing by the time I'm in my 50s trying to jump out of airplanes. I'm just not trying to do that, right? And luckily, I'm not at that stage. I don't look like they looked like they look old, you guys. Like they looked like they were old. So they probably were. And I just feel like I'm feeling the same things that I see those broken airborne soldiers feeling. And I'm like, man, I thought I was one of the lucky ones. I thought I was one of the ones that got to get out of it scot free. I got to jump. I had my 2 kids at an airborne unit. Like, I was just so proud. And now I'm like, man, I fucked myself up for adrenaline. And then now, like, so my sister, she's the only one of us that didn't join the military. Like my mom, my dad, my brother, all of us joined the army, right? Every single one of us, I know. Anyway, my sister is the only one that didn't join the military. And then my brother and I are airborne. My mom and dad, they weren't. They were logistics, and they weren't airborne. So my brother and I are airborne. And she was like, oh, I want to go do skydiving and all this other stuff. And I'm like, girl, that's for the youngins. We're in our 30s. We don't need to do nothing that's going to hurt us. And you know what made me get that mindset? Getting this spinal injury. Like, being injured on your spine makes you feel way older than you are. It just makes you feel like an old lady. Like, it really hurts my heart when my son, who's 5, comes to try to get me to pick him up. And I used to be able to just pick him up, hold him, and kiss on him and all of that. Now, when he comes, I'm like, baby, my neck, don't. Like, he can't, like, just grab me and hug me and have me pick him up. It's just, I don't know. Like, and obviously, yes, he's getting older, so I won't be able to do that forever. But I'm just sad that I'm not able to do it now because of injuries. Oh my God. Hello, Jason. Yes, they are the worst. See, and then, yeah, nobody speaks about the injuries that you get because it's like, oh, you knew the risks when you were jumping out of the airplane, right? Which I get. I'm not really judging. I'm not like, oh, yeah, I had no idea I could be in any trouble jumping out of this airplane, right? However, I just feel like because I've only seen like either you're extremely messed up from a jump, like I've seen the aftermaths of somebody that jumped out of airplane and they had a compound fracture and their bone was sticking out. Like, it was crazy, right? Okay, that's different. But when it's a situation where years down the line they're experiencing pain because of jumps that they did when they were younger. It's like, man, I no one told me about this. So it's like, damn, I'm thankful that my knees aren't like messed up like some of them, cuz like imagine me like with a cane walking around walking around in my 30s and not even 35, like an old lady. I don't know. Old lady gang. I don't know. I can't imagine it. I cannot imagine that. And that's why I'm anxious about what the doctor is going to say. I think if he says that I need surgery, I don't even know if it's a he, you guys, but if the doctor says that I need surgery, I'm just trying to think if I should try to get it right now, the surgery, and heal up in the next month or so, because like you guys, this is the problem. I have been putting off starting to do my content and make content that's organic to me. Like people are coming to see me talk and that's why they're here, you know? I've been putting it off because I wanted to wait until I got out of the military. Now I'm almost out, you guys. I'm like 2 months out and I'm broken. So it's like, shit, do I get the surgery now when I'm literally on my way out and like have to be going through the healing process? Or do I get the surgery later when I'm already out in the military and the insurance is not the same, but I can at least go through this transition period without throwing a surgery on top, you know? Oh my gosh. Good morning, Misty. I am so jealous of you, Jason. Like, I know, like, jealousy is something that, like, they really frown upon. Like, oh, you shouldn't be jealous, la, 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 which I understand. But I vocalize when I'm jealous. And I'm so jealous that you are able to have no body pain and you're in your 40s. That is amazing. Like, I wish I had that life, you know? Like, I don't know. I just really thought it would take me to my 40s or my 50s to start feeling like this. Like, you guys know those memes where it's like a 30-year-old and he's like, as soon the day he turns 30, like all of a sudden he steps out of the bed and everything breaks. I was like, they're so dramatic. But now I'm in my early 30s and I feel broken as fuck. I feel broken. So I'm like, shit, there was a little bit of truth to that. Like when you're in your 30s, it's not like even drinking. I don't drink now because if I drink, the next day I feel miserable. Like I used to be able to like shots of Patron. Like I used to drink Patron. I only drink tequila. Like that was my thing, right? Even margarita mix. I'd be drinking margarita, la la la. But now I cannot do that. I do not do that. I need to be able to wake up. So when my kids come in, they're like, Mommy, I'm hungry. I'm not like, oh, please get out. Like, I just can't, right? And I thought that would take to my 40s too, but nope, it's in my 30s. It is in my 30s. And you're playing basketball. That is lit. I used to play basketball in high school. I wasn't that good, but I was pretty fast. So they let me on the team, but I was not a good basketball player. I went out for the basketball team just because the other girls at the school were going out for the basketball team. So I had never played basketball, never dribbled a basketball, nothing. I just wanted to play because everybody else was playing. And luckily I made the team. But yeah, that's when I started playing basketball. But I haven't played since. Like I still practice shooting, you know, at the gym. Sometimes when I go in there, like after I've worked out on the elliptical, I'll go and shoot around a little bit. And that I love doing that. However, I don't really like playing the games anymore because like my back just hurts really badly. It doesn't feel the same. It feels like, ugh, like I don't want to play defense. I know guys don't play defense. Y'all just shoot the ball. You don't care about defense, blah, blah. But I'm used to playing defense. I can't play defense because I can't get low because my back. Isn't that sad? Like, ugh, I cannot be running up and down the court. I can't be doing that. I can't. So unfortunately, my basketball days are far behind me. Good morning, Callie Bev. I'm so glad you came. Good morning. I love seeing her. Everywhere she goes, she real as hell. Like, they think that she's this terrorist that comes around places just to be a contrarian. But really, I feel like we're very similar. She just goes and gives her opinion, and whether it is with the masses or not, she's going to tell you what she's feeling. But for the most part, it's usually when the guys are just way off. They're talking about female issues or like family issues from a male perspective without considering the female perspective. So she'll come up and say, "Oh yeah, this is what it is," and they're like, "Oh, here comes Callie the terrorist." Like, don't be upset that she's able to voice what we're feeling. Don't be upset that she's not afraid. I freaking love Callie Webb. Oh my God. So, first of all, I don't think my husband plays basketball. Like, I really think I would be able to beat him in horse. I really do. Like, I'm not trying to be like that because I'm not like, this ain't no love and basketball, right? Like, I'm not Monica. Like, I'm not that. However, I at least played basketball like in middle school and high school. He has not played basketball. So if he beat me in horse, I'd be like, wait, what? Well, it's been a long time, but still like, wait, what? They taking the trash out, you guys. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's really loud. So Jason, I completely understand. Like, I know I should get it fixed while I'm young. Like, but spinal injuries like really scare me. Like, the thought of spinal surgery really scares me because I'm like, man, if they mess up, what if they mess up and they hit a nerve or something and I can't have feeling on my fingers anymore? Or like I have shooting pain down my arm now, or like I can't move, you know? Like, I know these are like extreme what ifs, but that's the stuff that goes through my mind. I need to make sure I take my anti-anxiety medicine today. But yeah, these are the things that go through my mind. Like, what if I am that 1% person that gets fucked up? What if? What am I going to do? So, like, I know that I should do it while I'm young, but I just feel like it's never a right time for surgery. I just don't feel like this, like, oh, yeah, you're in your 30s, you should get their surgery versus in your 40s. Like, I just feel like certain time periods in your life are like less busy and maybe that would be the most ideal time to get a surgery, but like I'm so busy, you guys. I'm so busy trying to transition out of the military and create content so that when I get out I have something that I'm doing that I actually enjoy, you know? So it's like, damn, this is not the time. And I don't want to be up here in like a brace and a back brace or whatever the hell I gotta wear afterwards. Like, I don't want to wear that. I don't want to wear that. Definitely not on camera. I'm gonna start being one of those Jessica X girls that like you never see them anymore. Because I'm not coming out here with no back brace on. Like, look, all the confidence I have in the world would be stripped if I had to wear a back brace on here. Like, I don't know. Like, I have a back brace, I have a neck brace, and I wear the neck brace more often now because like just holding my head up, which obviously my head isn't little, but it isn't big. Just holding my head up makes my neck sore. Like this side specifically sore. So it's like I have to wear a goddamn neck brace because my neck is tired from just holding up my head. That's extreme. Ugh. So I obviously don't wear it on camera, but I have to wear it because I'm experiencing the pain. So it just fucking sucks, you guys. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemies. He gonna find a way to win. Look, this is the truth. She ain't lying. I'm not a baller and I have no coordination. Exactly. I would be completely shocked if he beat me in horse. He's ain't gonna find a way to win though. Maybe. I look, even though I'll be rooting against him because obviously I want to win, I'm always rooting for my man. My man, my man. But yeah, you guys, I just want to come on here and talk to y'all because I'm just really feeling anxious about this and I gotta leave in like 10 minutes. Like, get off this live, get get dressed and go to the doctor and have him tell me, oh, I don't know what he's gonna tell me. But so this is the thing. This is why I'm so anxious. I got an MRI done, and then my primary care doctor called me and told me all these things that were wrong. Like, oh yeah, your MRI showed that you have bulging discs in your lower back and herniated discs back there, and you have a herniated disc that's leaking fluid. And I'm like, oh my God. So she's like, I'm gonna recommend you go to orthopedic. But that was it. Like, it was just like a phone call. She told me all the bads and then go forth conquer. And I was like, oh my God. So ever since then, my mind has been racing, and I tried to get the earliest appointment I could, you guys, and this was the earliest. So I've just been sitting on this, sitting on this, sitting on this. And then like I pushed it to the back of my mind, right? But now today's the day, and I'm just so like, ugh. Today's the day where I find out if like I'm gonna have a scar on my neck or what, like a scar on my neck would be the least of my worries, to be honest. But I just remember like my mom. So, you guys, my mom had to go through the same thing. She had to go through surgery on her neck because of a shooting pain that was going down her neck, also. And she found out like right when she was getting out. So, she had to get her surgery when she was out of the military. So, she's like, oh, I advise you to do it while you're still in. And I'm like, oh, I understand that. And she's like, and you're up here in the DMV area, so you can go to Walter Reed and they can make sure you're taken care of. And she always says, oh, yeah, that's the same doctors that the president have and the vice president have, like trying to make me feel a little more like comfortable with it. But I'm not getting his doctor. If he's his doctor, he ain't got time for me. So that's not what I'm getting. I don't think. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just highly doubt I'll be having the same doctors as the president. But if it is, at least I have the opportunity to be in that same hospital. So they don't want their reputation to go down, right? They don't want to kill me or paralyze me, right? It'll make them look bad. Oh, oh my God, you guys. I'm so anxious. She said her back time got worse the more screen time she got looking at her phone. Kelly Bev. First of all, I think so now I can't even play the game. Like, y'all know I love to play the game, right? I can't even play the game without like sitting in my chair from my office, because I have to have like the backrest up, and I have to like be sitting back, and I have to wear my stupid neck brace. Like, oh, it's so shit. It's so shitty. So I'm ready. I'm obviously ready to get the surgery if I have to. Like, I can't imagine them saying, oh, I'm gonna do a cortisone shot in your neck, right? Like, that just seems extreme. And it's leaking fluid. So would that stop it from leaking fluid? Like, I just think they're gonna have to do a repair of some sort in there so it stops shooting this pain down my neck, right? But I don't know. I'm just really, really nervous. I'm really nervous. Ugh. Not phone neck injury. Jay-Z is silly. Seriously, she's like, oh, my phone caused this. It's because of my phone, the screen time. We got to limit the adults and the kids. Oh, you guys, I'm going to have to get off of here. I'm going to have to go. Are you guys watching Love is Blind? Have y'all been watching the new season? Yo, I just feel like every season has gotten worse, and this season has not disappointed. Like, all the cheating allegations that are already coming out, and they're not even in the marriage yet. Like, they haven't even, like, they just met the families, and they already cheating on each other. Like, one of the couples, Chelsea, she kind of shot herself in the foot. So she was asking him if people usually tell him, like, I forget what her man's name is. I think it's Jeremy, Johnny, James. It's something with a J. Anyway, Chelsea and her man, they were in a love triangle. He chose Chelsea over the other girl, Jess, which honestly, like, looks wise, everyone would have chosen Jess. Well, most men would have chosen Jess, right? But this is Love is Blind. So you can't see her. So you have to go based off of her personality. And he's decided that Chelsea's personality was better than Jess. Go figure, because she's fine and she's a bitch. So it's like, okay, he didn't choose Jess for obvious reasons. She's kind of bossy too. Like, I'm bossy too, but she's like very bossy. Like, very bossy. Like, I know like there's a limit to this. She's just like, oh, did you just what she I think he cracked his knuckles and she was like, did you just crack your knuckles? Like you would think he just hawked a loogie and spit it at her feet or something, the way she was like, did you just do that? It's like, yo, you gotta chill. But when he didn't choose her, she was like, you're gonna choke when you see me. You're gonna be so sick. And I was like, oh, bitch, I feel you. Like, that's the type of energy I be having. Like, I know I'm bad. But he didn't choose her. He chose Chelsea. They're engaged. And he finally sees the other castmates. And he's flirting around saying AD is stacked. Because, first of all, she got a dunk. She got a dunk. She got a dunk on her. And she looked really good. Hold on. Let me show you guys. What Love is Blind. This is what Love is Blind looks like, right? It is so much drama. It is so fucking crazy. So AD, she looks bad. Like, her hair, she's working on it. But her body is gold. It's just perfect. It's beautiful. She doesn't really have big boobs, but she wears dresses. Like, when I didn't have boobs, like, obviously I bought these, but when I didn't have boobs, I made sure to wear like really cute stuff that showed off my legs, because my legs are gorgeous, right? And they're long and fit, right? So I made sure I wore like rompers and stuff where you could see my legs and then it's not really paying much attention to my top. She does the same thing. Like, she wears these fitted dresses and her ass is all fat. So she'll wear this fitted dress and then you're like, oh, I can't pay attention to nothing because I'm looking at that ass. That's what she experienced when she met everybody else. So Chelsea's man was over there flirting with her, like, oh, she's stacked. And she called him out. Like, Chelsea called him out, like, oh, yeah, she looks good. And he was like, oh, I can't believe she called me out. I'm so embarrassed. But that didn't stop him from flirting with her. She went right over there to AD and just started flirting with her. I was like, yikes. So if you're going to flirt with AD, which I just feel like, actually, I don't have anything nice to say about that, so I'm not going to say it. So if he flirting with AD, wait until he sees Jess. So fast forward, he sees Jess, and this is like the up and coming episode. So they've been teasing, spoiling that he was gonna mess up when he saw Jess, and she's been accusing like, oh, I know you slept with her, la 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 la, and I believe he did. I believe he slept with her, but that's the next episode that's coming out. So right now we're all leading up. We're meeting the cast. We're trying to fall in love, but I just don't like them. Like, I haven't liked anyone since Lauren and them. And it's not because she's a Black woman and it's a white man. Like, that's not what it is. It's just they were actually in love. They actually loved each other. So, and they're still married to this day. You know, like they met on the show and they did it the right way. They didn't try to cheat and tell each other what they looked like. They just came in, did the experiment, left engaged or married, and they are happily married today. So it's like, okay, they're my favorite couple. Ever since season 1 or 2, I don't know which season that was with Lauren, but ever since then, it just seems like people are just on there for TV now. Like, it's not like, oh, I want to find my match. I want to find somebody just that loves me for me and I want to get married. It doesn't matter if it's short term. I'm ready for marriage, so much so that if I meet somebody that matches what I want, everything except visual, because you can't see it, I'm going to marry this person. So I think that's pretty desperate attempt to find love. Like, I think you're at a point where you're like, I'll do anything. So they get to this point and I just feel like they're just on there to be on TV, a lot of these guys. And I think Chelsea's man just doesn't want to look bad to the world, because when Chelsea came out and he saw her, he did not look like he was excited to see her. And he said that she says she looked like Megan Fox, but she did not say that. He misunderstood what she said and he got locked on the name Megan Fox. And he was like, oh shit, I'm choosing a girl that looks like Megan Fox. And what's crazy is, honestly, you might say Jess looks more like Megan Fox than she does. Like her eyes look like Megan Fox now. Like my husband showed me like a picture of her and a picture of Megan next to each other. So like her eyes, I guess you could see it, and that's it. And then her hair is dark. That don't mean she looked like Megan Fox. So whatever. She said that people tell her that that's who she looks like celebrity lookalike type thing, but she doesn't really look like her. So he was so disappointed when she came out of that room, and he tried to like play it off like, oh, I'm so happy. And you know how like you can tell somebody is forcing a smile, ugh, and forcing a compliment. Like he was like, and she's kind of needy. She was asking for a lot of compliments, but she's like, what's your favorite part about me? And he was like, you have really big, nice teeth. Big, nice teeth. You couldn't say that she had a pretty smile. Like, you don't think her smile is pretty? You don't think she's pretty? I don't think that's a compliment. Like, I've never, like, other than the dentist always compliments me on my teeth, and I appreciate those compliments. But normally, like in society where people aren't fucking obsessed with teeth like a dentist, they don't say your teeth are pretty. You have nice big teeth. They say you have a pretty smile if you have a pretty smile. So I was like, ugh. And she was like, I just don't like that compliment. He was like, what? This is what I thought. And I'm like, he just doesn't like you. He's just not that into you. Y'all remember that movie? Oh, I just get that feeling every time I watch them. He's just not that into her. And everyone can tell except for her. Actually, no. I think she can tell, you guys. And she's like, she just knows that he's going to cheat on her with Jess. And I kind of know that he's going to cheat on her with Jess too. Like, even if it's not like, oh yeah, you had physical sex with her, like you penetrated. I think he's going to emotionally cheat with Jess anyway. So either way, this shit's going to end. And this other guy, oh, actually his name is Jeremy. So the other guy can't be named Jeremy. I don't know. Chelsea's man, I don't know his name. Johnny, maybe, whatever. Who cares? Jeremy goes out to meet the girl that he didn't choose, and he ain't come home till 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning. And then he had the nerve, audacity, and gall to say he didn't sleep with this woman. You should have. You should have slept with her ass because it is over. I don't believe you. I would never believe my fiance when he says, especially in a situation like this, like you guys got to think, they all knew each other the same amount of time, right? They all dated each other the same amount of time, right? He was stuck between the two and he just chose Laura. So it's like, okay, you ain't choose the other girl, but now that he has her and they having their little bickers that are normal in relationships, he goes out till 6 a.m. with this ex-girlfriend. Talking about we just talked it out. That's a lie. And then she was like, oh, where were you talking it out? He's like, we were just in the parking lot. We were in the parking lot all morning, right? She was like, no, you weren't. You gave me your location. And in the location, it shows me that you were at her house. And then this man says, oh, I don't want to talk about that right now. Nigga! Oh my God. I was like, this is insane. He is gaslighting this lady. Like, you don't want to talk about that right now. You fucked up. If you look, gentlemen, I am not the boss, right? I can't tell y'all what to do, but I advise if you fuck up royally, I advise you to just tell the truth, because that fuck up is a big problem, right? But the bigger problem when you're trying to regain the trust, if you decide you want to still be with her, if you don't, lie, deny, because when she leaves you, at least she'll have that like, well, he didn't say that they did this, right? But if you're staying and you actually want to build this trust back up, You cannot be out here lying, because when she finds out the rest of the truth, she's going to be pissed. She's going to be so fucking mad because she can't trust you. You're disloyal because you did whatever you did, cheated. And then you're a liar. You lied right to her fucking face after she asked you. And once we find out you've cheated or done something like that, we asking all the goddamn questions. So why insult her intelligence by being like, I'm gonna tell part of a lie and maybe she won't catch me? Like, it just was so gross. I was like, oh my God. He's sitting up here talking about he was sitting in the parking lot talking from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Literally 8-hour shift. He was talking to this ex-girlfriend and trying to make it seem like it wasn't what it was. Like, sir, we're not stupid and you're not children. We know what adults doing. We know what time the legs are opening. Y'all were right there in that little window where the legs are open because you were there from 10 to 6. Like, that's a good window. Like, I just can't. I can't. And he's still lying. He's still saying he ain't sleep with her. I was like, oh my God. That freaking sucks. I really felt for her. Like, when she was trying to, and then I fuck with Laura, right? Because she is straight up with you. She'll straight up ask you a direct question and she expects an honest, direct answer, right? I love women like that because they just make me feel more validated in my delivery, because I'm very similar. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask you straight out, and I expect you to tell me the truth, right? So I'm just so proud of her that she stayed so fucking calm, because I don't think I would have been able to sit there and listen to this man lie in my fucking face without cussing him out and telling him to shut the fuck up. Like, there is no way I could be in a situation where I already know the facts and you're finna sit here and try to lie to my goddamn face. Ah! This is not going where you think it's about to go, sir. This is not finna be what you think it is. You about to be very disappointed, sir. Unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, damn, good job, because I would have lost it. I'm very proud of you, girl. You did that. You did your big one, whatever. Like, there's no way. I couldn't do it. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mario. Ah. So Callie Beth says she watched one season of Temptation Island and couldn't hang for another. Them people pissed her off too much. See, so Temptation Island, I get it, right? But this is Love is Blind, so it's like it's supposed to be the romantic. He doesn't even know what I look like and he loves me. He wants to marry me. So it's not just looks. He doesn't want me to be his trophy wife because he doesn't know what I look like, right? So, like, that's why I really like the concept of Love is Blind. But yeah, they just muck it all up. Every fucking season, they mess it up. Mario said, for men, women are like toys. For every female, don't be gold diggers. I would never tell let me delete that. What? Ladies, get the gold that he's trying to give you. Don't listen to that. That's bad advice. Wait, you're not even close to 1K. What are you doing, girls? Like, look, what's crazy is I got those followers, this 500 subscribers, not from the content that I did, more so that other YouTubers told their subscribers to subscribe to my channel. So I really don't want to go that route this time around. I want to have the conversations I want to have the content that's organic to me having my ideas, expressing what I'm feeling and putting it out to the world and growing organically like that. Like, people that fuck with me, they fuck with me because of me, not because some YouTuber told them to follow me, right? So I decided to go slow. And I just started this month, you guys. Like, I had gone on a break after that whole situation with pedogate, it just made me have a bad taste in my mouth about doing content. It just made me feel very uncomfortable. Like I could be associating with people and I don't really know what they have going on in their lives, right? I don't know what they're up to, but I'm associated with them because I'm doing shows with them. So people assume when you're doing multiple shows with people, y'all are very close. So it just made me feel like, oh, I need to make sure that I got the back door closed. I don't want anybody around me that's into some weird ass shit. So now I'm just sticking with Lucky. We sticking together, and I do my own shit over here. But yeah, I just don't feel. I didn't feel comfortable, so I didn't come back. Now I'm fine. I'm happily married. I'm about to be out of the military soon. Hopefully, my neck will be fixed soon, and I'm gonna be doing my own content, making whatever I want to make, and I think it's better this way. So you're saying, oh yeah, what am I doing? But I'm growing, baby. I've been growing all month. My views have been going up. I get way more views now. Like it just keeps going up steadily. And it's because I'm just being myself. I'm not in these situations. Like I was always in these hyperbolic situations where it was a bunch of people trying to get me to change my opinions. And I'm not, especially not because some YouTube guy told me to. So it was just a lot of tension and it caused a lot of confrontation. So I just didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. Now I get off my show, every show, smiling, happy, ready to go about my day, feeling good. And it's because I don't have no bullshit going on in the background with these people. So yeah, um, I am definitely happy that you guys stopped by this morning. Ugh, I am going to the doctor now. I'm about to go get dressed. I'm so nervous, you guys. I'm about to go get dressed and I will let you guys, I might let you guys know what the doctor says. Hopefully it's good news. If you guys are prayer people, pray for me. And if you guys are like not religious, but you're spiritual, do whatever you do to send good vibes my way because I'm just really anxious right now. And I'm gonna make sure I take my anti-anxiety meds. And I will see you guys in my next show. I'll see you guys on Sunday too. So, we have our You Can't Chill with Us every Sunday at 8 p.m. So I'm going to be over there with Lucky and the ladies. It's going to be so good. We're going to be so lit. And then Tuesday, I'll have Morning Fantasy. And usually on Tuesdays, I do a review. Like, I just take the key things that I wanted to talk about from Sunday, but I didn't really get to expound on because it's not my show. I can't just go on a tangent about what I want to talk about, right? But I usually do that on Tuesdays. This time I might do something different because I really wanted to talk about a different subject and I just couldn't do it today. I could not do it today because I'm just too anxious. So I'm going to just give it more time, do a little bit more research and come up with clips for you guys to see what I'm talking about and I can explain it to you better. And statistics, because I know men love statistics. So I'm going to bring you guys the numbers because that's what y'all like. Got it. And ladies, I'm going to bring you the clips and the numbers and anecdotal experience because you guys appreciate that type of thing, right? So yeah, I'm going to bring that to you guys next week on Tuesday probably. But if not Tuesday, I'll do it on Thursday. I'll just do 2 morning fantasies that week. But yeah, you guys, I will see you guys again. Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Bye.
So easy, fantasy, so sweet. You're my fantasy.
Doctor?
Every night, fucking sweet and fucking fine. I get kinda hectic inside. Baby, I'm so into you. Darling, if you only knew all the things that go through my mind. But it's just this